everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another quest that we have in Urqopacha. Yeah, so it's in Urqopacha and we are about to help out with the Yok Huy. I can never pronounce these names and I've given up a long time ago. But we have the quest Frosty Neighbors, which is in Warlord's Echo, so the village of the giants, and we have FFXIV, I think. Whatever. Anyway, he seeks a skilled hand for an enormous task. Ah, traveler from across the salt. Greetings. You may call me FFXIV. I feel like I just had a stroke trying to say your name. You seem the type to have friends all along the width and breadth of your continent. Do you by chance know any particularly skilled artisans? If you could introduce them to me, I would be eternally grateful. Oh, well, funny that you mention that. You are a deft hand at crafting? Well, then I am in luck. As is all of Warlord's Echo. We are under threat, you see, and require the help of one such as you to survive. Okay, I don't know what could threaten the giants, but hey. A great avalanche has swallowed a place known as Ziggurat the Open-Armed, once home to a sacred altar and its keepers. Although thankfully uninhabited at the time, I fear this was no accident. No, this destruction was caused by the snow spirits of Urqopacha. While we Yok Huy lived in harmony with these spirits for generations, they have as late become possessed by an inconsolable rage. None know why, and attempts at reason have only stoked their anger further. There is, however, a way to quell the spirits, a ceremony known as the Pact, which must be performed at the altar which was once so carefully maintained. An old friend taught me this. Yet therein lies our problem. The avalanche swept away much of the altar and its surroundings. We must repair it quickly so the rite can be performed. If we fail, all of Urqopacha may succumb to the spirit's wrath. Yeah, you don't want to bug the spirits. Like, they're not like monsters here. You can't just pull out a sword and order them around. Yeah, we kind of have to see what we're working with here. But, I mean, how bad could it be? We helped rebuild a portion of Ishgard, so... That is to be expected. Very well. Let us visit what little remains. It will help you understand more clearly what is at stake. To the south of Warlord's Echo, you will find stairs leading to the ritual site. The guard at the top will allow us passage up the mountain. Whoa! Were those stairs always there? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, I hate that. Well, let's just see what we're working with here. And if anyone's wondering about my outfit here, I've recently gone into a new anime called The Apothecary Diaries. If you haven't seen it yet, you should. It's really good, and I'm a bit obsessed with the characters right now. But I've been wearing this outfit for a while, so I'm starting to get a little bit bored. Anyway, I think I did a good job. She looked a lot like the main character. You came. Good. Before we cross the pass, may I ask your name? Claire. Wait, the very same Claire who felled Varligarmanda. My apologies. I had no idea I was among one of our saviors. Not that I was doubtful before, but I suddenly feel much better about our chances for success. Come now, our destination is not far. Yeah, this place has seen better days. This is what remains of Ziggurat the Open Armed. The damage is unlike anything I have ever seen. Even our histories contain few stories of such destruction. That structure at the far end is the breathless altar, where the ritual was performed. Although to see it now, one could hardly guess what purpose it served. Do you feel that? Something beyond the usual chill in the air. Oh, they're here! The snow bunnies! Oh, they don't look happy. What happened? Oh yeah, we recognize them. Oh boy, they really don't want us here, do they? They left. Thank goodness. To think they would be so bold. You have seen now the frenzy which grips them, yet they looked almost frightened by you. Have you encountered the spirits before? Yeah, interesting story there. You bested them during the feat of proof. Well, I should expect no less from one who defeated a Toral Vidral. If you are even half as good at crafting as you are at fighting, I believe we are in good hands. Yet even if the spirits are felled, they will be born again when next the snow falls, and they will rage. The pact is the only way we can set things to rights. Yet even if the altar were whole, there are none left who know how the ritual was conducted. Well, that seems very short-sighted of them. Dark Torgor was the final caretaker remaining, and a dear friend of mine. However, before the avalanche buried all this, her body was lost in a tragic accident. That's a bit suspicious. What little I know of the pact, I learned from her. I never encouraged her to speak more of the sacred practice, but now I wish I had. Now I must make up for my lack of curiosity. I will learn how to appease the spirits in Dark Torgor's stead. For many years she was Urqopacha's silent guardian, and I shall take up the mantle she left behind. Now that you have seen the scale of the undertaking before you, I ask you once more, will you join me in rebuilding Ziggurat the Open Armed? Yeah, I'm interested too. Thank you, Claire. You've given me hope in these dark times. Before we get started on the altar proper, we should first restore the building where Dark Torgor lives, so we might have shelter. It was fittingly called Warmth, and she lodged there with the other caretakers, would make the perfect base for which to conduct our restoration. Now rest assured, I do not intend for just us to shoulder this burden. We would do well to recruit a few more pairs of helping hands. I suppose that will be my first request. Please ask around Warlord's Echo for anyone willing to lend their aid, and I will make what preparations I can for the work ahead. Well, I'm interested. You piqued my curiosity. So, we got 4 people to ask. By Yargor. The avalanche caused all that damage. I see. You know, I spoke with Dartorgor once, some years ago. She said she lived alone in the mountains and was the sole keeper of an altar up there. Despite her solitary life, she seemed a bright and kind soul. I was saddened to hear her body was lost when she suffered that terrible fall. I'd always hoped she would visit again and tell me more about her unique experiences. Although I only met her the one time, I will not soon forget Dartorgor. To honor her memory, I pledged my aid in Ziggurat the Open Arms reconstruction. My trade is carpentry, but I am ready and willing to help wherever it is needed. I shall speak with Farafriar to see where I can be of use. Is she really dead, though? I mean, the way that they keep wording it makes me think that maybe she's not really dead. Hold on, I think I know this guy. It has been too long since last we met, Claire. I am come here with no plea to trade, but the people seem unsettled somehow. Ah, the spirits. That explains why we were attacked by a group one snowy day not long ago. We greeted them kindly as usual, but were assailed with icy magics without warning. I had no choice but to drive them back or risk Nopli's life, but the incident has been troubling me ever since. They are our neighbors here in Urqopacha after all, and we have lived in harmony for so long. I take it that's why you're recruiting others to your aid. You never change, do you? Always eager to help those in need. Unfortunately, the life of a merchant demands that we don't rest our feet for too long, but perhaps we can send others your way. Only the best, of course. We promise to share what you told us today with anyone whose ear we can bend. Now let us be off, my Forlor. Let's see them. Can we go inside? Oh my god, we can. I never thought that we could go inside these buildings. You need help rebuilding Ziggurat the Open Arms. Ah, I know the place. A group of Yok Huy lived up there and looked after an altar, right? It was quite the trek as I recall. They would visit from time to time. I knew there weren't many of them left, but hadn't heard the last of them had gone. Terrible news. But if you're going to rebuild their legacy, you'll need brawn, and I have plenty of that to offer. What a nice bunch of guys, don't you think? They really are. Gentle giants. I always loved that term. Spirits have been acting passing strange, it is true. Their usually harmless tricks have become malicious, with merchants and other innocents being attacked unprovoked. Usually they appear on snowy days and invite passers-by to frolic under the falling flakes. What could have gotten into them? Regardless, this problem affects all of us in Urqopacha. If repairing the altar will help, then my supply of masonry is at your disposal. I really hope we weren't somehow like the cause of all of this, because as far as I know, we were the last ones to actually face off against, little snow spirits. Or wait, maybe it was Zaralja. It wouldn't surprise me if he was responsible somehow. You did well, Claire. I think we have a dependable crew to get started with. But Yulgar here seems especially eager to pitch in. If I may, Farah Fear, I can do much more than shovel snow and haul stones. I am willing to assist in planning the reconstruction from start to finish. With you in charge of the larger picture, I can assign people to work where it is needed most. Having overseen many projects of this scale, I believe this to be the surest path to completion. You would do all of that? Then I would be grateful to accept your help, Valargar. You are most welcome to it. Now, before we get started, do you happen to know where Dr. Gore's living sepulchre can be found? Upon it must be engraved stories of her life and work. It may shed some light upon the mysteries of the snow spirits and the pact itself. Yeah, I was wondering about that. It was likely erected near the altar, but if so, then it too may have been buried in the avalanche. I see. Well then, since the snow must be cleared away anyways, we can search for the sepulchre in the meantime. We will find it, I am certain. Ah, there you are. You're the ones rebuilding the altar, right? Nobly told me you needed more help. When I saw how fearlessly he wielded and dealt with the Chawagor, I knew I had to become his pupil in trade, and so here I am. Consider me Noply's eyes and ears. If you need someone to make deals with other merchants or procure supplies, then leave it to me. Yeah, Noply was actually part of a series of little side quests. I know Noply has been making a name for himself as of late. If he vouches for you, then welcome aboard. This project is off to a better start than I ever imagined. We have all the help we need and then some. So now it is good a time as any for the hands of Ziggurat to rebuild warmth. Speak to me when you are ready to use those expert skills I recruited you for, Claire. Okay. How do we get back? I don't know. Like, is there a way we can actually get back to that place? You know what? Let's just go ahead and craft. Now, first things first, restoration of our soon-to-be living quarters. The heavy lifting and building can be left to us, Yok Huy. However, you craft the supplies we need for some of the finishing touches. If we are to live among these frozen peaks, we require an insulation agent to put on the floors and protect us from the cold. The space is large, so we'll need a few boxes worth. Can I count on you for that? Here should be everything you require for the task, but if by chance you run out, Urqopacha will provide you with more. While you do that, I shall assign tasks to the others. Let us get to work then. Okay, how hard could this be? Yok Huy. Just curious. It doesn't look like we have to do this, you know, high quality, but hey, might as well. Oh, that was easy. Hello, Claire. How goes the crafting? Very, very good. Aha! I see your skills were no mere boast. Excellent work. Now, thanks to you, Warmth will be a place worthy of its name. Please feel free to rest a while. We will take it from here. This should be good. Oh, this music is interesting. Oh, look! Oh, that's kind of cute. Why everyone works so eagerly, as if they had forgotten entirely the biting cold without. The sight truly speaks to the quality of your contribution. The road ahead of us is long, but I am glad we have taken our first step upon it together. I hope you will continue to lend us your expertise. Are you watching, Tatorgar? I promise you that soon the spirits in Yok Huy will live in peaceful harmony once again. Okay, the living quarters have been repaired. So we're off to a good start. The snow spirits must still be appeased. So we have to still continue crafting. Bring peace to the mountains. How do we do that, though? Alright, so society quest unlocked, and our reputation is up to friendly. Oh yay, we can start purchasing wares again! Winter's warmth. Okay, so... Nope. Here we go, the exchange. Mason's abrasive. Okay. Not sure where we get that, but that's okay. I wasn't expecting a lot here right off the bat. A work of carts. Okay, has his heart set on carts. Since our work commenced, we have been needing to transport large amounts of supplies to Ziggurat the Open-Armed. While we have simple, sturdy carts for this purpose, there is presently not enough to meet demand. I wish to build more and ask that you furnish us with some necessary supplies. The Halor yonder has the materials you need, so please present yourself to him. My thanks in advance. Okay, we'll work for supplies. Goes without saying, but we require a prodigious amount of supplies for the restoration. In order to augment our stores, Nopli has kindly introduced us to a traveling trader from the capital. When I spoke with the trader about what we require, I chanced to mention your involvement in the restoration. What should he do but request your crafting services as payment? The man has presently come to Warlord's Echo. If you are willing to take on the task, I will see to it you are duly compensated for your troubles. Get a glow on. Wishes for there to be light. We Yok Huy use glowstone as a source of light in our homes, and we wish to employ it at the altar as well. As the stone lies deep in the earth alongside fossilized matter, however, we must rely on seasoned mountaineers for its location and excavation. I have tasked one such individual with the work to the north of Warlord's Echo. Might I trouble you to pay him a visit to see if he has found anything for us? You are helping us build carts. Good, good. Quality components are always welcome. Without further ado then, please use these materials to prepare parts for the Exel. If you run out, I shall provide you with more. When the items are ready, you may deliver them directly to Vayargor. I wish you happy crafting. Whoops, did not mean to do that. I'm glad that these are easy. I don't have to worry too much. I think we'll go out a little bit further. Glowstone, though. Really? Glowstone? Like, are we like in Minecraft all of a sudden? Vayargor sent you to collect the glowstone, did he? Here, take this. That there is an exceptionally pure example. Far rarer than what was requested and laborious to find. In view of your efforts to restore peace to our land, I render it up gladly. I am counting on your success. We all are. Well, that was nice of him. Ah, so you are Claire Fay. I've heard much about your expert artistry. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. Now, you'll excuse me if I get right to business. Of late, the people of the city have developed a fondness for foreign things. I'd like you to craft items that fill that niche. This time, I seek paint of a color uncommon in Terral. 3 pots, shall we say. These ingredients should suffice for the quantity, but if you have need of more, please help yourself to the contents of that crate. Well, that was easy. Dare I hope the request items are ready? Dude, you were just standing right there. You watched us work. You should know we're done. Oh, marvelous. These are bound to fetch a high price. Here, please accept these supplies as payments for your services. Well, Yagur will find they're more than what we agreed on, but in light of what you provided, it's only fair. You have my heartfelt thanks. I keep doing that. I don't know why I keep doing that. But anyway, I think we should be wrapping up here with these little quests. And I think we'll call it a day. Ah, Claire. Yeah, I kind of just zoned out there. Sturdy and light. Scarcely more than a glance. You were able to identify a point for improvement. You truly are an extraordinary artisan. We Yok Huy traditionally build with stone and wood, and typically prioritize strength at the cost of weight. Given the mountainous terrain at which the carts will be used, however, it would be wise to keep weight to a limit. Your components help us to achieve that, and I shall enjoy assembling the final product with them. Oh, well, no, that's fine. Ah, you are returned. Did everything proceed smoothly with the merchant? Oh yeah, went perfectly well. Goodness me, this is far more supplies than I was expecting. If this is what's considered fair payment, then your work must have been impressive indeed. With foreigners being regarded more favorably of late, decorating one's home in foreign fashion has apparently become commonplace. For the merchant to invest in this venture, he must have had confidence in your familiarity with the arts from across the salt. The Pelu never cease to amaze me with their eye for opportunity, and thanks to your capable cooperation, we were able to secure a generous amount of supplies. Should the merchant return with another request, I hope that we can depend on your expertise again. Did the mountaineer have glowstone for us? Well now, this is a fine specimen indeed, of a quality befitting ceremonial use. It is very generous of him to yield. Perhaps you already know this, but we Yok Huy have a ritual whereby we prolong the radiance of glowstone by sprinkling it with salt water, imbued with prayers. Those prayers harbor the desire for our lives to endure in serenity, like the stone's gentle glow. I shall pray for the same as I put this glowstone to use in our work. My thanks for the delivery, Claire. Alright, so I think that's all we can do for right now. And yep, we're at friendly. So, hopefully it won't take too long. Anyway, that should be it for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found this video entertaining. And until next time, everyone, take care.